Lotus said first, I don't know what the world happened. There he is, said Hugh. I have no idea what just happened. I was talking away to Grandma, and it wouldn't never come up when I tried to put it on the uh, on the computer. Second, third, Buck says, and we're back. You said, I thought I was going to have to send a search party. I know, right? Grandma said, back. Sorry about that, everybody. I have no idea. And Grandma, I was talking away to you. I have no idea what we're going to do about the mods. It was, like I said, nothing personal about anything. I just went through and cleared everything out. And I was really waiting to talk to Randy about everything. It's not that I mind. It's just I'm trying to read and everybody's deleting and coming. It's harder on me to read and stuff like that. And I just I don't know. Right now we're just letting it play out to see how it goes. I'm not. I don't mind at all of every. I would rather everybody be blue. But why did my phone not ring, or did it? I just. Okay, I have no idea then. Anyway, let's see. Sorry, I'll be right with y'all. I gotta check this out. Something. Gotta make sure I get my thumbs up in there. Let's see. Back blue, Grandma back. Hugh laughed. Hugh, I stopped removing anyone unless it's crazy bad. Well, that's kind of what it is, Hugh. I mean, not trying to say anything funny, but if it ain't vulgar or anything, mainly because it messes up me trying to read. I already suck at reading as it is. Ask Maria. But I mean, we'll figure it out. Grandma said, no biggie. Lotus said, I'm super sad I'm not blue, but I'm glad you're green. Let's see. Hugh said, hit that like button again, peeps. Yes, please. Lotus said, blue is my favorite color. Like I said, I hadn't even talked to Randy about it. We've been trying to figure out how to do everything we got going on, and I guess, to be honest with you, last I've even thought about that stuff. Let's see, Lotus, most of the ones I removed were trying to get you guys to say dumb stuff or vulgar. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I understand, don't get me wrong, but usually you got a lot of those people, it's 4, 5, 10 people sitting in a room, and if they find out what's going to get them deleted, all the rest of them will jump in there and start doing it. That's the reason you see so many fluctuates and trolls at one time. They got a bunch of them sitting around just trying to mess with people. When they get one that messes with them, they all jump in and then just try to piss people off. I don't like being mad anymore. I really enjoy being calm and nice. Carlos said, when I'm feeling blue, all I have to do is take a look at you. Then I'm not so blue. That's right. You said, tap it, tap, tap, tap. Just a little tap, tip, tap. Yep. Tippity tap. Yep, there you go. Maria said, what happened? I have no idea, Maria. So don't be mad at me for ending the live. It was not me. Somebody wanted me to come back to the office, and when I come back to the office and tried to turn it on the computer so I could read, it just went blank. I don't know who to blame for this. Somebody wanted to go back to the office. Being mad takes more energy. You're exactly right. You takes more muscles in your face to frown than it does to smile anyway. And I tell you what, it really makes you feel good when you smile. You said LOL. Maria says, no, I'm not mad. I'm mad. Oh, no. See, Maria loves being mad. We need an apology. Listen, Maria, I am sorry. I am sorry, Maria. About time we get this going, though, that the guys show up probably. Brent said hi. Hello, Brent. How you doing, buddy? You said, and it's not good on your health. It's not, you. It is a whole lot healthier to be to be happy. Maria says, okay, I forgive you. Well, thank you. That just made my afternoon. You said, hello, Brent. Somehow or another, I got dirty today. That was by accident. I can promise y'all that. Boggy said, I need 3 tanks of nitrous gas. Roland 60 said, would you? That's not something we talk about, but no, I wouldn't. I think that's sick. You can't love anybody and allow that. Grandma said, hi, Brent. Brent said, how was Randy? I ain't got to talk. I talked to him a little bit today. He's still kind of down. He needs to get out. He needs to, I know he's an hour away, but he needs to be here at the shop and see some sunshine and shit. He's just not sitting in that damn barn and being stuck where you can't do nothing. It's got to suck, and it really gets him depressed. Let me just tell you that. Lois says, I have 2 gallons of nitro. Maria said, sending Randy begs for forgiveness is the best thing ever. I have no problem with it at all. Carlos said, what's up, Buggy? Yeah, you said he is going to be down till he is moving again. Well, the problem is he can't drive, and he ain't got nobody to bring him here. They got kids, and in order for them to drive all the way an hour here and then drive an hour back, if he's there, he has nothing to do. If Madison and, the kids can play, don't get me wrong, but if Madison's here, she don't have nothing to do. So it just takes a lot to get him here, and even though it makes him happy to get away, I don't think they want to drive the 2 hours to get here and back. Hugh said that would make anyone pray. It would. Gossom said, Jesus is king. Grandma said, hello, Gossom. You said, yeah, that's a long ride like that. And not just Madison and the kids, but, Randy's sitting in a chair and then sitting in a car for 2 hours, that one there and one back. So, I get it. It just sucks that they're so far away. Maria said, what did you do after the cops arrested you yesterday? I run like hell, Maria. They never caught me. You said, hello, Gossom. As man said, God bless the troops. I agree with you there. Nicole. Boggy said, is it nitrous that you use the dental office? Brenda said, you didn't prove yet that you don't have human bones in that blue bag. I did, Maria. I don't understand why you don't remember it. You said, and the bouncing prob isn't good on his neck and pelvis. No, Richard B. said, hi, boss. You said, hello, team. Grandma said, hi, zing, amen. Boggy said, much respect, Pop. I'll run with you. There you go. But, Randy is pretty well healed up. He can move. In the middle of the night when he has to go to the bathroom or something, he just about forgets he's got to get in the wheelchair to go. He tries to throw his legs off the bed and stand up, and he keeps forgetting that he can't do it. He's scared he's going to mess something up. So, he's not hurting. So, I think as soon as he gets the x-ray, he'll be ready to. It's going to take him a minute to get the walking back down. I think he'll get it, but still. Maria says, I remember everything. Lotus says, me, no, it's nitromethanol. Buggy says, if he is boss. Richard, Grandma said, hi, Richard. Richard said, hi, hit the like button, not hi. Grandma said, how are you feeling? Carlos says, Richard B, whoop. Richard said, Grandma. Buggy says, yo, boss, can I take a week's vacation? I'm going to take one the last week of this month. Maria said, you escaped from justice to do a live? How could you? Y'all mean more to me than justice. You said, that's good. Richard, big boys. You said, he's got to strengthen his muscles back up. Yes, because every day he's in that chair, he gets weaker and weaker in his legs. Even though he can do his exercise, he still hasn't, stood on them. Richard said, what's up? You said, hello, Richard. Maria said, that's actually lovely. I like it. But just so everybody knows, there is bone one. Woo! I think this next one is a scrotum bone. Woo! Looky here. We got another bone. Look at there. Woo! Look at there. Dang, there you go. No bones. Let's see. It's actually, I like it. Boggy says, I've got a slowly heading concussion, and it's been an ass to me lately. Yes, I do remember when when Randy got his, I don't know, he got 5 or 6. I don't remember how many he got. Whatever the legal limit is, you can't play any more sports. Randy got him, and I remember having to wake him up every 2 hours to make sure. That wasn't a very good time. Maria said, woo! Hugh said, concussion sucks, yes. Maria said, well, thank you for proving it to us. Again. You forgot the word again. I'm going to fold it up so nobody makes that mistake again. Asman says, my father died in Afghanistan when I was 9 years old. I was sad for him, but when I grew up, I respected him very much and wished I was with him. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's bad for anybody to lose their father, especially at 9. So, you'll meet up with him one day. Just, he's watching over you. So, be good. Just know I'm sure he's proud of you. Maria says, I'll call them and tell them Randy is innocent. Well, hell, they knew I was innocent. Again. Boggy says there, I meant it, that week didn't hurt me, only a little though. And Pala J said, how's Randy? How's it going, Randy? Boy, I add words and take them away. It's going great, Impala. I hope you're doing good. You said, hello, Impala. Buggy said, lol. I like it when Justin says that. Lol. Let's see. John Deere Model B says, hi. Impala says, I'm doing great. That is awesome. Richard B said, Impala. Carlos said, Impala. Hugh said, hello, John Deere. Impala said, hello, Mr. Vic. Boggy said, gosh, Pops, at least you can read better than the barbarians. Not according to Maria. You said, awesome, brother. Jake 7 said hi. Mike said hi. Grandma says, Impala. Hello, Mike. Maria says, if you're going to make a movie about you one day, what do you think the movie name would be? The lifestyles of the redneck, not so rich and famous. Beth said, hello, all. Hello, Beth. Richard B said, long, whoop. And Paula said, Richard. Olivia said, Boggy, you're a barbarian. Hugh said, hello, Beth. And Paula said, hi, hey, Grandma. Grandma said, J7. Hugh said, Mike, Olivia, Boggy, let's get on down here. Maria said, long name, I don't like it. Well, don't ask me if you're going to make it up. And Paula said, what's up, big boys? Grandma said, hi, Mike. And what do you mean if they make a movie about me? They going to make a movie. They going to see what those Randy files are all about. Let's see. Mike said, Boggy, how come your name shows a necklace on this chat, and in Daryl's chat earlier you were Boggy? That's what we cannot figure out, Mike. I don't know. Lotus said it might be something to do when I'm setting up the live. I'm setting it up the same way, but they had to change something. I don't know what it is. John Deere says he likes ice cream. Carlos said Impala, whoop. Grandma said, hi, John Deere. Maria said, they'll make a documentary about Randy's files one day. Remember my words. That's right. And they're going to be looking halfway around the world to find out who Maria is. Let's see. Carlos says, hello, Long. And Bella said, John Deere. Olivia says, hey, guys, give me like 30 more minutes and I'll be back. I'll be back. Carlos says, hey, hello, Olivia. Tip W4K said, what's up, bud? Hello, W4K. How you doing? Boggy says, no, you were automatically selected for A/B testing. There you go. Mike says, Jay, Grandma, Hugh, Olivia, Maria, and Hugh. Let's see. Grandma says, hi, Beth. Mike says, and anybody else that I missed. That's right. Hugh said, hello, Tarvis. Is that Tar? It ain't Tar because it's Tavis. Tavers. I know I'm saying it wrong, and I'm not trying to mess your name up, but Chris said, and I'll be by Netflix. They'll make Randy black as they always do with their characters, black and gay. Oh, God. Thanks, Maria. Just kidding, she said. Lotus says, you forget a girl. Grandma said, hi, tip 4K, WK4. Let's see. Fella said, what, Maria? Lotus says, they will make him a girl too. That's right. Probably a trans. Fella J said, hey, Lotus. Hugh said, LOL, Lotus. What's up, Jay? John Deere Model B says, hi. I forgot. That's Jacob. I don't know why I like saying John Deere Model B, but anyway. Hugh said, Netflix is taking a beating. Buggy said, no, Pops. That's why our names are handled in something called A/B testing. It's annoying, but you agreed to contract when you made your channel. Oh, I thought you were making a joke. So it's real. It's something that they're just testing out on me. Imagine that, me being a guinea pig. Grandma says, we said, hi, Jacob. Buggy said, yup. Dang. Well, I'll tell you what, I wish they would pick on somebody else because I like y'all's regular names up there. It's not just me, it's a lot of people. I got you. But I wish they'd pick on somebody else. I like everybody's name up there. Like I know them or like to call them. Let's see, have an awesome one, said Hugh. Have an awesome one. Let's see, Boggy says, like 300 other YouTubers were selected. Oh, well, that must mean I'm showing up then if they pick me out of 300, so something must be good. Time clock is calling me. All right, you be safe, buddy. Thanks for checking in. Jacob said, you must like saying my profile name. I do. John Deere Model B. I do like it. It's cool. You got a cool name there. Lotus says, don't answer, Hugh. And Palace says, have a great one, Mr. Vic. Lotus says, they going to make you do stuff. Hey, long as they pay, I guess I'll do whatever. Well, y'all know what I mean. Don't misinterpret that. $20 ain't $20. Boggy says, you're just one unlucky man. I know, right? Jacob said, hi, Grandma V. Maria said, your channel will be played by Stephen Harvey. He's bald too. Yep. Hugh said, LOL. Maria said, LOL, I have thoughts. That's scary. Carlos said, when I'm in your arms, nothing seems to matter. My whole world could shatter. I don't care. Well, thank you, Carlo. You mean so much to me. 'Cause you are my sunshine. Boggy said, I got a story to tell you, Pops. I'm all ears. Grandma said, hi, Maria. And Mike said, hi, Carlo. Grandma said, I'm sorry. Lotus said, this one time when Boggy was at band camp, he played a flute. Maria said, scary. What do you mean that you said you had a thought? You said I got a thought. What is that? What you said? Maria says, "LOL. I have thoughts." That's what it was. Thoughts. I said that's scary. It's called a joke. 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 That's your new word for today. I taught you a word. Let's see. Carlos said, "Hello." Long says, "Hey, Lotus. Sheriff Bucky. Meow." Lotus said, "Hey, Long, what's up?" Lotus said, "Meow." I know what it is. You went to Sheriff Bucky. You should go back to Reaper. I think your luck changed when you went to Bucky. I think when you were Reaper, it was you had better luck. Let's see. Mike says, "I know I miss some people. These new names are confusing as hell out of me." Me too, Mike. Grandma said, "Not doing well and don't know how many people I miss saying hi to." Well, everybody understands, Grandma, especially with this mess. Carp says, "My favorite hillbilly." That's right. Maria says, "I already knew that word." Joke. Joke. Jacob said, "Hi, wave to everybody." Carlos said, "Wouldn't you agree, baby? You and me got a groovy kind of love." Yes, a groovy kind of love. Grandma says, "Hi, Carpalo." Bucky said, "I'm going to be just like you soon, bald man." Hey, join the club. It is absolutely awesome. Something tells me that guy's not going to show up till late. His car, he can't take his car anywhere. I got his wheel off. Let's see. Grandma said, "Bucky." Corporal said, "Grandma." Mike says, "I cranked up the likes." That's right. What is it? 19 of them. 20 on one phone. Bucky says, "So we was working one day and my diesel guy, fabrication guy, were bullying the intern, and the cornbread said, 'Ho much to chivalry and stick if butter if your ass and slush and to the intern said, $20.' Of course, there's a snake in my boots. There's another movie, yeah. Reaper, there we go. I like it. Going to have to shave my head. I'm going to tell you, Reaper, if you ever do it, you'll like it. I like Reaper better. That's just me now. Maria says, he ran away. Bucky says, and my fabrication guy gave him $8.20 and said, "Start shoving." Oh, Lord. Grandma said, "Hi, Reaper." Lotus said, "Did he do it?" Jacob said, 16 likes right now. I'm actually showing 19 on one phone and 20 on the other. Y'all doing good. Thank you. Reaper said, "I'll keep it then." I don't know what it is. I mean, I know you changed the profile picture too, but I remember when you first started coming in and it was Reaper with that orange Judd. That was cool to see your name pop up. I do like Reaper better though. Bucky said, "No." Carlos says, "I bet you're, let's see, I bet you'd headbutt the shit out of someone." Well, if I had to, I would. I'll be right there. Y'all give me just a minute. Y'all talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back. Hey, there we go. Did that do it? Hello, hey. That worked. Can y'all testing? He got it. I got it. Woohoo! I don't know what the world that thing did that for. Sorry about that. Had a neighbor come by and want to talk. Dang, only two people showing two people. Everybody left. Why'd y'all leave? Y'all supposed to talk to each other. Let's see, what happened to the live? John, so he went somewhere. Randy has lost weight, so much weight, can't even see him. Let's see, Jacob left. Olivia, hey, Mac. What's up, Olivia? He did a dip. Yeah, I did a flip is what I did, and I couldn't come back. Jacob said, hi, guys, how are you doing? How you doing? It's only show one person here. That's all it's counting. Yeah. Showing four now, maybe it'll come ease back in here. Sorry about that, everybody. No, he didn't dip. He said he'd be right back. Lotus said, I'm here too. David says, I'm good. I'm good. Took first few steps today. It took a lot longer than expected, but I got about 8 in before I had to stop trying. Awesome, Olivia. I hope you're still in here. I'm glad to hear that. Rhonda said, I'm here, but it's spinning again. I don't know what in the world that thing done. It, that's twice. John Deere says, I don't know. The camera shut off. Rhonda said, hi, Olivia. Oh, okay. It's JD. See, Lotus, he got it. Hey, Lotus, Olivia. How's Olivia after therapy? Jacob said, hi. Hello, everybody. Come on. We got 7 people watching. Let's go ahead and try it again. Let's see, did you do a backflip today? Yeah, that's what's wrong. I was trying to get, I didn't make it. I was on the floor trying to get up. Olivia said tired. I bet so. That's what I'm afraid is going to happen with Randy, with being in the chair like that. And it's going to tire him out real bad. Maria said, where did you disappear? I had a neighbor come up and they were talking and asking about the channel and everything. You disappear a lot. I'm here by myself trying to run a business, so I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Lotus said, is that in tomorrow's video? Well, you know something? I was videoing. I better go check that. Let's go. I don't know if I turned that off or not. I'm glad you said that. I'm sorry for sitting there videoing nothing. That'd be a hell of a thing, wasting an SD card. Don't remember where I put the camera. Nope, it wasn't videoing. I'd turn it off. How y'all like my little stand? Put me a magnet on it. I got that idea from Daryl. I can stick that thing where steel is now and record. I guess the guy's not going to show up but wanting the tires. Like I said, I hope he don't try to come get his car because I got his tire wheel off. Well, I better see if he even tried to call my phone. I ain't been around my phone. Let's see. I bet the tire didn't come in probably, but anyway, let's see. Olivia said no, but I've been able to walk as far as 8 steps. Well, that's 8 steps better than what it was yesterday. Lotus says backflip slap. Yep. Maria said, okay, that is. We forgive you. Thank you, Maria. My night's made now. 8 steps is progress. That's right, Lotus. Mike says, well, we all here, we just fell asleep. Yeah, I know, right? Thanks for staying with me. Maria says, was the guy wearing orange? Nope. He was wearing blue and his wife was wearing red, I believe. Olivia says, zoop. Lotus says, I like Daryl's stand. Yeah, I do too. I thought it was cool. I actually got an old chair that's got a bottom like that. I was going to put a stand on it so I'd have one kind of like Daryl rolls around. I thought it was cool. Let's see. Lotus says, Grandma and Hugh are headed home. They will come back if possible. All right, thanks, Lotus. Carlo says, I'm back, y'all. Thank you, Carlo. Daryl says, you put the weight back on, Randy. I know. I was reading your comment, but it was black down there. I couldn't figure out what was going on. That's what I told him. I finally said, I got to go find out why the screen's black. It ain't supposed to be. Maria said, yes, I almost fell asleep. Well, what time is it there, Maria? 2 o'clock a.m.? Lotus says, I've been running marathons by next week. And I hope Randy ain't far behind her either. Daryl said, you was so skinny I couldn't see you earlier. I know, right? Maria said, his wife, a woman came there other than Madison. That's a miracle. A lot of women come here. What are you talking about? A lot of our customers are females that come in and need tires. Jacob said, pray for Ghost. Yes, that's what. Hey, I wasn't far off. Maria says it's 2:30 a.m. I 30 minutes off. I wasn't too bad. Lotus says, I do too. I worry about Randy cooped up on the farm. I mean, I could only imagine how I would feel if it was happening to me, but I feel like I've got a little better mindset on life than Randy does right now, and I know it's messing with Randy bad in his head. Maria said, well, I didn't saw that. Jacob said, 7:26 p.m. here. Yep, that's what I got, 7:27. Maria says, now you have to prove it. What did it say? What time it is? Yep, right there. 7:27. Let me see if it is. I'm far behind. Yep, there you go. 7:27. Let's see. Maria said, just kidding. Lotus said, yeah, it sucks. Not only stuck there, but away from home and family. Well, now, he's away from me, don't get me wrong, but his wife and kids are there. Maria said, no, silly. What? Carlos said, I would be going mental if I was in junior position. Me too, Carlo, I'm telling you. I keep telling him what I would do in my mind if I was there in his situation. But I don't know. I have never been in the hospital. I've never been sick or so where somebody had to take care of me other than like a cold. But nobody's ever had to take care of me. I've always been the one taking care of somebody. So I have no idea what it would be like not to be able to do what I do. So I can only imagine. I can only imagine how Randy's feeling. Maria said, just forget about it. Forget about what? Rhonda says, R2, you're starting to hurt my feelings now. Why? Whoa, what am I doing? What have I done? Let's see. Lotus says, I'm probably not supposed to say, but he keeping in the background, tell him how much we love him guys. That's right. If you've got his number or anything, and just a word of encouragement, or when he reads the comments, that helps a lot. When y'all say stuff, to him in the comments, he does read them. Jacob laughed. Maria says, you have never been sick? Jesus, what are you made of? Now, a common cold, something like that, I have never had a broken bone, other than I tripped into a wall and broke my head, my cranium, but I didn't go to the hospital for it. I just went to the doctor and got stitched up. But I've never had a broken bone. I've never been in the hospital, except when I was born. And other than just being a common cold, I've never been sick. Sick, you know what I'm saying? And it's my good eating habits is what it is. I eat so good, I fend off all the germs. Daryl says, R3 is always around. That's right. Rhonda says, all the spinning and disappearing. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Like I was telling Maria, I'm here by myself, so if somebody comes in, I got to go see. Like I said, I thought the guy would be here about his car. That's why I took his tire off so it wouldn't take so long. Olivia said, him and Boggy both, Jane. Maria says, me too. Rhonda laughing, peace, heart, Lord 3, wave, hello. Olivia said, not Jane, Maria, sorry, Maria, I'm tired. Maria said, you were born in the hospital? Yes. I thought people in the past were giving birth in their houses. Yes, a lot of people did, but in '69 it was still in the hospital. I mean, might not. There were still people born at home, but in 1969 they had hospitals. Believe it or not, they had a hospital building. They didn't go around on horseback. Jacob says R50 LOL. Lewis says, haha, good one, Maria. Lewis says, he ain't that old. JW5KI, why you got bald? Or is that bold? Because I wanted to try it and I had a receding hairline. So I shaved it back in 2005 and I let it grow out about an inch all over one time for my youngest boy to see it because he'd never seen me with hair. But outside of that, I shave every single morning. Let's see, Susan in 53, it was hospital, see? Olivia says, but he was born with a T-Rex. There you go. See, Carlos said, did that guy with the Kia come back and pay for his... He didn't come, he come back and left the money, yes. He said he was going to leave extra money for him not having the money to pay, and he was going to bring eggs. He didn't do neither one of them, but he did bring me my money. So, and he did text me to make sure I got it. Maria says, well, your mom is a moderate woman. Was. She passed away April will be 2 years ago. Mike said, I just fell out of my chair laughing so hard. Sorry, Mike. Susan, now, my mom was delivered by a midwife in the 30s. It seems like they're trying to go back to some of that, because a lot of people now are having, because like Madison, she takes care of baby and child now. Mom and baby after born and everything. I think it's something like that they do there. I think. Now, I may be speaking wrong. But Lotus said, at least he made with the money. Yeah, he come back and paid, so he's good here. Maria said, I thought hospitals were made in the 70s. No. Jacob laughed. Maria said, just kidding, pretending to be stupid. You play so well. I'm just picking. Do you like vulgar humor? I do, but not in the live. We don't need to be having that in this type of live. Susan said, it's cheaper midwife. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Maria says, do you know that the first hospital in history were in Iraq? I did not. Olivia says, I am so smart. That's right, Olivia. You are one of the smartest people I know. Maria says, new information. Cool. I like to learn stuff. Lotus says, what American had hospitals in the 1800s? What America had hospitals in the 1800s? Huh. Now, see, Maria, you better be careful. Better be careful, because Lotus knows this stuff too. Lotus said, he's smart. Olivia said, smart, not stupid. That's right. Olivia is smart, very smart. Susan said, Civil War had hospitals. See, look at there. Listen to that. Look, our people know stuff too, Maria. Maria says, we're both smart. There you go. Let's see if I can do something. It's not going to work. Let's see. Maria said, one question. All right, go ahead. Libby said, actually, I take that back. Boggy is smarter, and I'm the reason one from the I'm the reasonable one from the litter. Well, at least Boggy's smart. Do you listen to your heart or your brain the most? Probably my heart, because Libby said, yes, he is very smart. Because I, honest to God, try to do the right thing. I'm not saying I'm perfect, by no means. But if I do something, no matter what it is, I'm doing it for the right reason in my mind. I don't set out to do anybody wrong. I don't. I really, really try to do things the right way, and I will do things a lot longer for people that I should when people do me wrong. I forgive way too much, but when you push me to a certain point, I'm done. I'm just as cold-hearted as I am big-hearted when it comes to a certain point. When you get me to a certain point, you could be on fire in the middle of the road, and I wouldn't pee on you to help put you out. You push me that far, and that don't bother me no more. I'll cut you off like a light. Lotus says, don't hate me. The first hospital was in Greece in the 4th century. It was called I'm not even going to pronounce it. But thank you, Lotus. Maria says, I'm the opposite. Maria says, I think you listen to your stomach more. Nah, no. I did see something today that was telling me why I'm overweight. I know it's my drinking my drinks and stuff like that, and but still, I honest to God try to do the right thing on everything I do. Let's see, Daryl said, same here. See, Maria says, are you sure, Lotus? Maria says, let me search about it. I'm sure Lotus just searched it because he's not going to speak that out unless he looked it up to make sure he was right. But you go ahead and do your search and let us know. Jacob said, ooh. Maria said, just kidding, Randy. Don't take it personally. I'm not. I just, honestly, Maria, that is a touchy subject with me because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, and I don't want things to go wrong, and I hate for people to have bad feelings. And, but it is what it is. Lotus said, yep, the Greeks had hospitals way earlier there. They were big on healing and the body. They're the ones that they're finding tools, if I'm not mistaken, that back in the Egypt days, they had tools to do like LASIK eye surgery and stuff, I think. Now, I may be wrong about that, but I do remember seeing a documentary about that, finding tools around the pyramids and stuff where they did work on eyes and stuff back then. Now, I'm sure they didn't have a big building hospital or nothing, but I don't know. Pot's Lotus is full of air. Daryl said, 1 hour long tonight. I had to check my time. That's Daryl telling me to watch my time. Let's see. Maria says, I'll do my search tomorrow and let you know who's right. All right. Sounds good. Maria says, do you like when I ask deep questions? It doesn't bother me. I mean, like I said, it's one of those deals where it shows you've got a good thinking mind. A lot of your questions and things you do, you can still tell you're young, but at least you're finding your answers. I think that's good. But the questions don't bother me. Lotus said, yep, there is a bunch of knowledge floating in the air. That's right. Jacob got pink shit laughing. Olivia said, "Oh, it was the Greek take it from someone who did history in their first year of college." Listen to there. Look at there, Olivia. All right. Maybe Maria believe you, Olivia, since you are female, you know. She only likes and talks to females. Maria says, no, actually, give me 5 minutes to make sure. Daryl said, no, LOL, laughing. No, it's just me getting set up. I'm just joking, Daryl. But I do check my time every time you say it to make sure, because I don't want to go over. The first general public hospital in Baghdad, the Allied Russian Hospital, was founded in 805 CE. This was followed by other hospitals in Baghdad, including one in the late 9th century. Maria said, yes, I know I was right. Yeah. Somebody's looking up different information, because found in 805 CE, that's many, many years. Let's see, Jane, did you really not want us to watch tonight? Because I feel like I've chased you all over to YouTube. I wanted to see how many people was actually dedicated enough to keep following me. And I want to thank y'all. Y'all mean the world to me. Rez said the first hospital and first schools were here. Rez said, anyways, Olivia says, me and Boggy but Boggy went back to work on my car. Jane said, well, damn, we need to be blue for that. Jacob said, you're welcome. Yes, thank you. Lotus says, 805 CE is in the 9th century, 500 years after the Greeks. What year are you looking up at, Maria? When was the what year was the hospital and schools on what you're looking up? James said, kidding, I don't want to be. The good thing about Blue is I can click on other channels. That's the only benefit. That was originally what it was all about. I mean, I was really following suit on Hugh, because Hugh makes everybody blue. Because I got a good group of people here, I really do. I'm glad all y'all come in and chat with us every night. Let's see. Let's see. Right, if there's a way we could do that without anything else, I'd be happy. I came back to an empty chair. I thought you lost weight again. I know, right there. Oh, well, I tried to get ahead of the game a little bit, get a little bit of footage before I did the live. So I was trying to get the tire ready, and that way when he got here, I could go down there and do it on the live and get him up and going real quick. But I guess he's not going to show up. Let's see, Mary said the first school was known as the House of Tables, or Eduba in Sumerian, and it appears around 3000 BCE in the early city of Ur. Now, not trying to be funny, but BC and what 3000 and what Lotus is talking about is 805 CE. What's you said BCE and he said CE. So there's still some. One of you might be on an iPhone, one might be on an Android. Y'all might be looking up. Maria said that's what I found. Olivia said again, Greeks were the first hydrogenic, and doctors also the bigger, the more built beginning to the philosophy. Jacob said, hope everyone doing good today. Love hanging with you guys. Make me happy. Jacob, y'all coming in here makes me happy. I've not had a bad day lately, but I'm just saying, y'all coming in here talking to me makes my days. If I do have a bad day, it makes me feel good to get in here and talk to y'all. Rhea said 3,000 before Jesus born. That means that's the oldest one. I'm right as always. So it goes backwards. Yes, I guess it would. I do know that that's what that meant. I'm, but I hadn't looked at it like that. I guess. Oh, whoa! Maria, correct your information, Lotus. Whoa. Maria said 3,000 years. So yes, 3,000 years would be, and then he was saying it was 500 years before. Now you can't claim to be the smartest one by looking it up. Now you were the one that said it was there first. I give you that, but let's see. I don't. Hello, how you doing? Is that I drone? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Oh, it's kind of got a space in it. I don't. Alyssa, is that right? Alyssa? Welcome. Thank you for stopping in. Lita said, she is right. Greeks became a thing in 1200 BCE. Lotus said, she's too smart. That's right. See, thank you, Lotus. We boost them up. We don't try to cut each other down and see. It doesn't matter who's smart or not. But Olivia said, sorry, Lotus, we lost that one. Hey, Eddie. I appreciate us finding out. See how we work together to find that out? See, we're a lot smarter as a team. Jacob said, hi. Alyssa said, how are you doing? I'm doing great, and I hope you are. Jacob said, good. Others said, I always thought it was the Greeks. That's why they taught me in school. Well, if there's one thing I'm finding out, the shit we learned in school is not always the truth. That's why I try to tell you. Now, y'all just looked up the information, and we only going by what somebody put out there. We don't know if they tell the truth or not. Excuse me. Alessa said, are you at work? Well, this is actually my son's shop. I work for the railroad as a track inspector. And after work, I come here and we do tires, work on our cars and stuff like that. But this is my son's shop. So it's not really work. This is my happy place. Let me put it to you like that. Jacob said, right. Maria says, well, I don't want to say it, but I made a mistake. Hey, But Maria, that's the thing about it. None of us is perfect. That's what I get at. That's the part I'm talking about. You can't always be right. And you may have been right. I mean, I'm happy for you. But we all work together to get it done. Alyssa said, okay. Elsa, is that right? Or is it I just looked it up. Goofy me. I'm sorry. Lou says same, but we're Americans. They don't teach us what is true. It's what they want us to know. Exactly, Olivia. I mean, when I was growing up, Pluto was a planet. Now they're saying it's not. Alyssa said, how is your family? Everybody's doing great. Randy is recovering. If you're new here, so you don't, or if I don't recall seeing you before, but my son, we dropped a tree on him, and he's been in a wheelchair since the 5th of last month, and he goes at the end of this month to see if he can get out of the wheelchair. So we're all doing great. Thank you for asking. Lowe's said, that is true. Dennis said, good evening, everyone. Hello, Dennis. Jacob said, hi. Dennis said, had a busy day today. Well, at least it's behind you. Lowe's said, Pluto is a mother-rucking planet. That's what I said. That's what I was raised, but it ain't been that long ago. They're saying it's not. I was raised that the world's round. Now they're saying it's flat. So, I mean, there's too many conspiracy theories going on. Jane said, Mars, you're right. As always, it's good to be humble. That's right. Jane said, hey, hi, Dennis. Olivia said, Pluto is too small to be a planet, Pops. That ain't what I was taught. Maria said, you said yesterday something about respecting elders. What if the elder is disrespecting or behaving in a bad way? What do you think someone can deal with them in that positive? I don't mean you. Well, start off with, you got to realize there's a reason why that elder person is acting the way they are. And emotions if one thing is what I'm trying to get at, is what I'm learning here, is I allow not you, but people to offend me. The things you say shouldn't offend me, especially if it's not true. So you have to go with a positive attitude and not let that person ruin your day and get you upset. That's what I'm working on myself. So try to stay positive and don't let their negativity bring you down. Jane said, Maria, I know, I just left it because of the way you said it. I just played it. Lisa says, you look lovely. Well, thank you. Lois said, Pluto is a cold, I don't know that word, but dwarf. Livy said, well, Pluto isn't a planet. Well, you were taught it isn't a planet. I was taught that it is a planet. That's what I'm getting at. Daryl says, growing up south in Tennessee, our history books taught us it was flat. It wasn't till I moved up north that they were saying it was round. But if you read the Bible states it is fixed. Now, I didn't know the Bible stated that, but me saying states it's fixed means the gravity holds it where it's at. But now, again, that is, I have no idea. I was here, of course, and I've always heard it was round. Mark said NASA is full of shit. Yeah, I agree. Lotus said, that's kind of a joke, Olivia. Let's see, Daryl says, unmovable upon 4 pillars with a firmament. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't know unless. But now let me get caught up. I want to get back on that. We ain't got a lot of time, but still, Mark says God's footstool. How much somebody might have just pulled in. Man, I fight people. Boggy said, Metal Art, Dennis, Pluto is a planet, says Jane, why are you fighting Boggy? Dennis, Jane, Pluto, planet, 69, what you want to fight me, then fight me. Okay. We don't fight in here. If you want to fight, find another channel. Boggy says, I don't know, Jane, I'm just here to piss Olivia off. Maria said, I think I should be respected to people who respect me no matter their age. If there's no respect me, I don't respect you. That's it. Remember, two wrongs don't make a right, Maria. You should always do what's right. It doesn't matter if that person's wrong. You should not meet their negativity. You should you should do what's right. That's the reason I say I do what I do with my heart, not my brain. Do what's right. You're a ferment. 69, I've heard that. You ever go say the opposite is true, Luke, 99% of the time. Okay, government. Maria says, all right, everybody, the people's here with the tire. We will get back on this because that is a good conversation, but everybody jump over to Daryl's Metal Art Customs premiere, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for stopping in. Y'all have a good day, good night whenever you're watching this, and remember, keep it silly. Thank y'all.